Everyone loves potatoes.
Exactly. All
Great.
right.
That's a great username.
Is he a potato?
Um, I would hope not. No, he's a very good player. So I don't think you can be a potato and very good player at the same time. I
All
don't think it works together.
right. Okay, well, we are going to be seeing Ao1 will be on the blue side of the map first, as we will be seeing Venom on the red side, incidentally. So, which do you think that either of these sides have an advantage? Do you think that they're fairly equal, or do you give like maybe the Russian side a slight edge at the beginning of this map?
I think they're fairly equal. They're just a question of getting to D like a millisecond faster. But I don't think it's. I think it'd be compensated if your air, targets D correctly at the start. Have
All
to see how they
right.
play it out.
Well, we'll definitely see how it goes. Unfortunately, guys, I do apologize about that. Camera wasn't wanting to work for me whatsoever. And we are going to be seeing that first flag starting to get contested over here. And that is going to be the center point. Wow, look at the amount of players that we are seeing currently here for AO1 getting on top of that D point. Looking like at least 2 squads, but we are going to be seeing some really good exchanges going back and forth. And Venom is just massacring Predator right now. 3 kills to his name, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough to get the cap on the point just yet. Now they have been able to manage to clean it out. It is neutral. We do see a couple of players starting to get the parachutes coming on in to the point itself. A lot of tank battles going back and forth. And, do we have some C4 coming in the backfield? It looks like that could be the case here. We do see the APS being popped. No damage really onto that tank, but we do see that flag still going into the possession currently here of AO1. And as we said before, that's going to be a huge win for these guys. All right, so we are looking at I Famous right now. He's going to be on the ground. Looking for any of those kills down there towards the train station. Will not be finding anybody just yet. Lots of players on his own team going to be able to clean up quite a few of them. Now we are going to be looking at potentially here how the fight's going to be shaping up on C. Now, C site, in my opinion, is probably the next site that we're going to be seeing the most being fought over once that D flag has been completely captured onto the other team's side. And this is really going to be interesting to see the ebb and flow coming here onto the C site. Whether we see a lot of tank armor being used on it or not, or just purely infantry, really going to be up to these players where they want to put these teams. But it also comes down to how the air is going to be affecting it, because as you said before, air can be very, very important on this map. So far, both choppers are going to be up for either of these teams, but we've both seen how, once you get the attack chopper down for the other team, that not only does the chopper for one side who manages to stay up, but also the jet has an amazing amount of freedom just to do so much damage to those armor pieces.
Yeah, no. Once the other, the air is down on the other side, the chopper can just roam freely and play a lot more aggressively, and do a hell lot of damage to the armor, and it's just your armor and your infever is just their infy and overwhelmed the enemy team. A lot of situations.
Absolutely. We do see iFamous here trying to get a couple of shots there, missing out quite a few of those picks, but he is going to be staying alive right now on top of this alpha site. Will be able to win the burn over into their favor, and we do see him starting to pick up a few more of these kills. So nice pickups there onto his part. I do want to check out Predator though. Where is he at? Oh, he just got killed. 9-2 though currently, and he's definitely lighting it up. But look at this, iFamous just ripping through these players, trying to clean him out on top of this alpha point. He is having none of that though, and now we are going to be seeing a push coming in onto that B side as well. So this is going to be very, very important. Now, as far as your opinion goes, Deuce, because you are mainly an armor player, am I correct?
And I'm tired of people always saying this. I stopped being an armor player after BF3. I have been
Okay.
playing Infi, so
Okay, okay.
I'm not anymore,
All
unfortunately.
right, all right. So, in terms of what, just as an infantry player on this particular map, what flags are you going to want to own? Do you want to have just the north side of the map and try and just own that train depot, which is what they are doing right now? Or do you want to just try and get C and just kind of, let them have that B site and just kind of control those, A, B, and, or I'm sorry, A, C, and D sites?
I mean, you definitely want to have those, back spawn beacons to parachute on AB and have those under control. And then you make sure you have, a spawn beacon on the outside rock of Echo, so that you can spawn on that as well. And kind of rotate if you're getting pushed too hard on A and B. But I think, those three flags, infy-wise, are the easiest to cap. Charlie is a little too exposed at the end of the match when the building's down, and the chopper can just, hammer through it, and you don't have a lot of beacon spots around there that are as good as, the back A and B ones.
Absolutely. I'm looking right now through a Mav. This is going to be T-Rex currently. He's given some really good information for his teammates. I wonder if they're going to be able to capitalize upon this. But looking right now at, I believe this is going to be Predator currently, who is going to be pushing over here onto that C side. So he's going to be able to get the burn pretty darn soon into their favor. But they're still not going to be able to have that D site, and that's one of the things that's going to be difficult for these guys, is because they're going to be kind of playing without an easy flag, so to speak, in their back pocket, which is what we do see from Ao1. Now, currently, it looks like Predator did get taken down. Chuck is going to be following it back up. They did cap C site, so they're going to be able to have a 3-flag advantage, possibly a 4-flag advantage. As you can see, A is starting to burn down as well. Chuck, though, missing out on so many of those shots. Looks like Predator, though, will be there to help him out. And I don't know, is Chuck supposed to be an armor player that just switched to infantry or something?
No, no, Chuck is actually, a dedicated infy. He's even I would say maybe one of the better Team France infy players. So I don't
He
know.
certainly wasn't showing it there. He finally does get taken down by an M4. I'm just picking on him, guys. I don't mean anything by it, so calm down. But we are going to be seeing that C site getting contested once again, so it is going to be neutraled out. A has also been neutraled out as well. We are going to be seeing the armor piece here for Venom actually getting on top of that alpha site. Down to 17 health, though, so he really needs to be careful. He does have his rep out. Actually, he's going to be repping the tank, it looks like. Pretty soon. So he is going to be able to stay alive, getting that tank healed up as fast as possible. But, oh, look at that. We will be seeing the tank being taken out by the chopper from afar. So fantastic job there from Ao1 being able to clear out some of that armor on top of that A site. But, oh my God, 4-flag cap coming in as Venom is starting to, they're starting to gain a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, for sure. That infantry on the Venom side is putting a lot of work, and the AO1 right now has no answer.
Well, we are going to be seeing a Rapid Eye able to pick up at least 2 guys here on top of that Echo site. So he's going to be able to keep it in hand for the time being. Fantastic job there onto his part. And that's going to be making things
Let's
a
have a
lot
full
easier.
push on Bravo.
Yeah, on his team. And if we're looking
By
over here
AO1.
onto B, yeah, big push actually onto B. Insight Laser is going to be coming down. And he is back behind the team actually right now. He could pick up quite a few of these kills if they are not aware of his positioning. He does get spotted out, so they now know, hey, somebody's going to be back in behind us. But Laser able to stay alive, will be able to get that frag. He's going to be still back up inside the building itself. His teammates, though, just flooding on into that site. I think they will be okay for the time being. Big spawns, though, coming in right now for Ao1. They have managed to take down Laser. And it looks like Agent Razor might be able to come in behind. We have a little bit of a lag out issue coming in for one of the players, it looks like, from Ao1. But hopefully he's going to be able to get back in. But taking a look right now, just at the overall kills and deaths, none of the squads right now for Ao1 are positive. They are all in the negative at the moment. And if you take a look over here onto Venom, well, it is the exact opposite. We have several of the squads who are doing fantastic in terms of just fragging ability. And you know, as I said, I'm a little bit surprised to see this, especially since Venom didn't get that D site, right away from the start. You kind of figure that that's going to allow Ao1 to, at the very least, gain more of a lead than what they did. I think they only had like a few ticket lead, but you can just see the infantry power right now of Venom.
No answer. And if you consider that AO1 has that random D flag that's just sitting there, and then they have 1 flag only. So they have their whole team that's able to cap only 1 flag. And that's something, note that AO1 is not managing their rotations properly. I think maybe they should focus on something other than, A and B, because right now they're not managing.
No, they are not. Still back over here onto Laser. It looks like we are going to see no spawns coming in onto that C side. Alpha has been taken over, though. We'll show a little bit of love over here to iFamous. He was doing fairly decent there at the beginning of the round. But 51 tickets to 194. This is not a good score to have on this map. I mean, if you guys are not familiar with how it works, we are going to be scoring this onto tickets. So every ticket does matter in this round. And, 192, that's going to be fairly difficult to come back from. 39 tickets now. We are going to be seeing a lot of kills going into the favor right there of this blue squad, as now they are trying to get this burn into their favor. We do see Echo starting to get contested. A is not going to be going into their favor. It looks like iFamous decides, you know what, we're going to go ahead and push onto B, but look at this. Carlos Fox is there waiting for him. Will be able to get the frag. So just overall, it just looks like Venom is just altogether, you know, better communication. They know where the players are going to be at, and they're just waiting for these players from Ao1, and there's nothing really that they can do.
No, yeah, I think you know Venom prepared extra hard for this match, and you know they've had some in the past couple of seasons. You know they've won season 2, but then you know they lost I think 2 finals in a row, coming in second. So I don't think they want to repeat the same mistake this time around.
Well, 7 tickets left right now to 184. It is pretty much all tied up in terms of flags. As soon as that C site ticks on over, it will start to get the burn back into the favor here of Ao1. Now, Ao1 needs to be careful of their spawns. They need to make sure that all of their players realize how close they are to that ticket count of ending them round. But at the same time, they need to make sure that they hold on to these 3 flags. They've got to burn this down as quickly as possible. Predator doing a fantastic job of staying alive, but he kills himself. Unfortunately, the parachute not fast enough, will end up going down. So now it's going to be up to Tyman, who does get picked up as well. So we are going to be seeing that C site really getting pushed hard. We see armor pieces coming in from Venom, lots of infantry as well. Chuck does get taken down as well. So it will end up going down 161-0 in favor here of Venom.
Looking ugly.
Yes, it did. So as we are going to be heading into our next round on this map, yeah, we do have, looks like we did have a drop there onto Ao1. Doubt that really had much of an impact with 16s, but still unfortunate nonetheless. But take a look at the scores right there, Deuce. I mean, well, there you go. Potato, a player that you said to look out for, 15-0. Carlos was 12-4. We saw Predator going on a tear there at 16-11. Laser following up with 15-10. So fantastic fragging going on for the Venom side. iFamous and Semper really the only players doing much of anything at all, and they were barely able to do that on their own side in terms of fragging. That's very unfortunate, especially when, like you said before, this is their map choice. So I can't imagine how bad it could potentially be if we see that kind of fragging happening on Zavod.
Yeah, no, for sure. And right now, I'm not sure if it's just the air, you know, helping so much, because Potato was gunning in the chopper, if I'm not mistaken, with Ren flying him around. They're a pretty well-known duo, heli-wise. But I don't know if it was because of that or just because the frags on the ground were too much on the Venom side, or it was just a combination of both. So it could either be that Zavod is a different story, or is a complete pair like this.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're going to be able to fix something about that. I mean, obviously we do want to see a pretty good comeback coming here for Ao1. Once again, guys, if we do see 2 map advantage, or 2 maps for one team before we hit Siege of Shanghai, that's going to be it. It's a best of 3 map count. So this is definitely a big deal. Now, we didn't see Venom going in for that Delta site right away from the start. I'm not too sure if that was a a plan. You know, obviously it was probably planned, but it did allow them to get control of the north pretty quickly. I believe they also had Echo too. I mean, they almost had a 4 flag burn pretty close to their beginning. I think they had, I think it was probably like, what, 3 minutes into it, they probably had a 4 flag burn going down. So, I mean, they definitely have a strategy for not going and getting that Delta site. I'm kind of curious here, though, if they're going to try and get D on this particular side. They have swapped over to the Russian side, the blue side of the map. So I'm kind of curious maybe if they're going to go for a heavy Delta push or not.
I just think that Venom had a better backup plan, because they tried to go for Delta. It didn't work, but they still had players, you know, going to B, going to A, you know, ready for the rotation and having the beacons and parachuting on those flags, you know, and setting up, while Ao1 just focused on Delta and then had nothing else. So then once they got Delta, they had to spread out, but Venom was already spread out. They had it, you know, easier, and as you said, the communication is probably just a lot better.
And we are going to be seeing another massive push coming in for Ao1. They have 2 squads sitting on top of that Delta site. We'll be able to cap that over almost instantly. Venom, though, looking like they're going to be a little bit better off. Oh, that was a huge kill right there. Roxas able to pick up Vortex and a laser off of that Delta site, completely wiping off the infantry players. Now the tanks are going to be coming on in for both sides. And we'll see if they're going to be really going to be able to do much of anything at all. Remember, the infantry advantages look like it might actually be in the favor currently here of Ao1. And yeah, we do have the spawns coming in off of those parachutes. Probably going to be seeing some rockets and C4 coming in on the tank as the armor has to back on out right now, right here for Venom. And he actually might go down here. He is disabled, it looks like, on the tank. And this is a terrible position for him to be in right from the start, as he will be able to sit inside of a hole made by that chopper rocket, and that's going to give him a little bit of cover to get rep back up, so he should be safe in that position. But taking a look right now at the flags that have been taken, 4 flags to 1, and all of a sudden this is flipped all the way around. We'll see how long they're going to be able to hold on to it, though. So we are going to be seeing Agent right now setting up on top of that B site. And he's going to try and clean out whatever players are going to be setting up inside that Bravo site at the... Sorry there, guys. My mic unplugged, but we got it all set up. We're having all kinds of problems here today, myself and Deuce. We're just the dynamic duo going down right now. But we are back. And we are going to be seeing here now. Currently, we are going to be having 3 flags to the favor of Ao1. They're still looking very, very good here in this situation. Remember, though, they have to win by 161 tickets. So, you know, to be completely honest with you, Deuce, I don't think there's too much stress setting up on top of Venom at the moment. We may not have Deuce here today. Probably bounced out, maybe disconnected. Not too
No,
sure.
I'm here. I'm here. It's just, you know, the famous mic mute when I'm trying to deal with admin stuff while casting, and it just, you know, it always happened. At the beginning, for those who are watching, I was talking to Bet for 20 minutes, and then you kept telling me, "Where are you, dude?" And I'm like, well, you know, the mic was kind of muted.
Awesome stuff. See, this is the stuff that you guys get sometimes. I mean, it's fantastic. We are going to be on board right now with Roxas, though. He's going to be inside the helicopter, currently 8-0, so he's going to be doing some damage with that gunner position. And we are going to be seeing the air currently owned right now by Ao1. This could be what really is going to be helping them out. 55 ticket advantage right now for Ao1. We do see the armor kind of stacked back behind that B site. Roxas trying to get some long-range shots going down on top of the armor. So far, he hasn't been able to get too many of the kills. We do see the other chopper back up and alive here. TV missiles are going to be out. And, you know, if Venom here can survive, this is going to be a pretty big win for them. As we said before, they have some massive fraggers on their team, so they don't really have to worry about trying to get the kills, as long as they can just, you know, keep that air from being able to dominate. I think is going to be able to help them out quite a bit. Infamous still going to be, or I'm sorry, iFamous still going to be alive, sitting up on top.
I
of
like
that
the
Bravo
mobile
site.
artillery.
On what?
That's what I like. The mobile artillery just sitting outside Charlie, which is about to get C4'd. Oh baby, I want to see this. Will it happen? Will it happen? Oh,
And
slowly but
yes,
surely.
it does.
Yep.
Nice pickup there.
Bye.
And we are going to be seeing Timberwolves with that kill, so fantastic job there onto his part. And I'm really kind of curious as to how much damage that mobile artillery was actually doing. Because I know I cast a lot of PC stuff, and we don't really see Golmud Railway in rotations all that often. When we do, the Echo site is usually banned out, so I don't really get an opportunity to see the mobile artillery being used all that often. And I know in the previous PlayStation 4 events that I've cast with Golmud Railway, you've seen it being taken out either extremely fast or just completely ignored.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's funny because you either have a team that has a guy that knows how to use it and uses it effectively, or just have random teams that, you know, either just take it out so the other team doesn't get it, or you know, just ignores it and destroys it like you're saying. Puts mines on the spot, so as soon as you get in, it auto explodes.
Absolutely.
It's a tactic.
Well, we are going to be seeing the armor right now, though, of Venom really just getting slammed right now. And they did get control of that alpha site, though, so they're going to be able to slow down this bleed a little bit. But that C site is now starting to get burned as well. And, I mean, this is not looking good. I mean, this is night and day compared to what we saw before. 237 tickets to 125. And I know a lot of you guys in chat were sitting there going, oh, my God, why are we even watching a final where they're losing by 161 tickets? Well, it's looking doable here, Deuce. I mean, this definitely looks like a possible situation. Clutch is going to be able to come up top with 2 kills with that G18. His teammate finishing out the other 2. Beautiful job right there. No push is going to be happening on top of this C site. So once again, we are going to be seeing that burn still favoring Ao1. Another big push coming in on top of Bravo. White Duck is going to be set up on top here for Venom. And we do have, is that helicopter actually doing some damage? Yeah, the chopper here for Venom is getting a little bit aggressive. I think this is the furthest that we've seen the chopper being pushed up in this round so far. So we'll see if there's going to be able to do anything on pushing off these teams from the flag. We do see a little bit of a Jeep trying to come in from the back ridge there from Rin's perspective. Not going to be able to get any kills off of that. But this is actually not looking too awfully bad right now for Ao1. I mean, they're going to be able to get on top of this Echo site. They will be winning the burn, I believe. There's only one player. We have an armored piece going back over there for that's going to be Carlos. But, I mean, really, they'll still be able to keep this burn in their favor.
Yeah, this is totally doable because what did they lose by 187 on first round? So, if they can keep it a couple more minutes, this is their map being won.
Oh, they don't even have to do it for a couple more minutes. 71 tickets left currently. And remember, guys, the bleed as well. Oh, this is going to be an easy shot for Ferris here. We'll be able to pick up, I believe that was Eagle Soars. Very, very easily. He's going to still be able to pick up just man after man after man. He's down to 42 health. He is disabled. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a rep on him here or not. Looks like he's going to decide back on out of there. Very smart play there from him. But C, D, and E still in their favor, and they're making a push here for that Bravo site. So Eagle Soars here for Venom is going to try and stop this out or stall this out right now as much as possible. He's going to be able to spot a couple of these infantry players. Will be able to take him down. That's going to be Laser there in the back. Nice pickup there from him. But Roxas going 14-0 there inside the chopper. We do see Killa with 12-0. He's going to be in the armor piece actually for him, Venom. And right as I go on to him with the camera, he ends up getting picked up. That's the caster's curse for you right there. But A, B, and possibly Echo will finally be going over here into Venom's favor. 35 tickets left to 213. Guys, we are coming very, very close. It's basically a 50 ticket until the loss here for Ao1. So this is going to be a very, very tense moment. And we do have Fox getting disabled there on top of that Echo site. Still hasn't been able to win it out. Should be able to do so. Yes, right there it is. So the burn is now in their favor. As you can see, 205, 200 tickets. And those ticket bleeds are extremely fast here, as we are going to be seeing Carlos clearing out that Echo site. Now looking over here on top of A, we do see another big push. Big, big armor push coming in, though, as we do see at least, well, at least maybe 2 squads worth of people pushing up on top of the north side of the map. Potato is going to be leading the charge there for Venom, though. He does finally end up getting picked up. But definitely a turnaround game, I would have to say, here for Ao1. And a little bit of a surprise for me here. 24 tickets to 184. This is possible here, guys. We could be seeing Ao1 losing out. Or I'm sorry, winning out, as they are flashing A and E. They do have that burn in their favor. 14 tickets left, 12 tickets left. This is going to be massive here if they do end up losing this. We are going to be seeing Flood with the armor pushing on into that A site. Will be able to stall out any kind of burn whatsoever. It's completely neutral. Look at the back range, though, coming in from the second armor piece. So many dead blue bodies there laying onto the ground. A now going in their favor. 5 tickets left. They can't spawn in. If they do, they're going to be losing this game just on spawns alone. And 177 to 4. Such a close match. We do see that 3 flag burn still in the favor here. And that is going to be it. By the skin of their teeth, Ao1 takes map number 1. Oh my God. By, what was that? That 15 tickets.
Can't stop now. Fucking chains and the harnesses. Get down or lay down. Those can't stop now.